Good morning, guys. It is almost 7:35 in the morning. I've been up for a little while. This is my second pot of coffee that I'm making because I must just be really tired this morning. I made a pot of coffee, but I put in like half of the amount of coffee grinds that I was supposed to. I'm so used to doing the coffee pods at home. I think I've forgotten how to make coffee. So let's see if this looks right. It still looks pretty weak, but I don't know. We'll see. All right, let's test it to see if it's any good. I think I did all right. So this morning I am watching my friend Jen LaForge's channel. She's doing some daily vlogging. I feel like I am really enjoying people doing daily vlogging right now. It just makes me feel more comfortable seeing how other people are handling this and what their day-to-day is right now through all this. I'm also following up on comments this morning and I'm reading. So sorry, I'm like still half asleep. I'm having a hard time waking up today. And look at this, it is another gloomy day. I don't know what is going on, but I need to see the sun sometime soon. I really do. It's been gray and rainy for way too long now, and I think that's part of the reason that I'm feeling so lethargic. But I'm gonna have my coffee and hopefully that'll help me come back to life. I just cooked myself a piece of that apple cake that I bought at the farm last night. Or yesterday, I should say. It wasn't nighttime. It is really good. They make it with apples from their farm, and it's just so fresh, and it'll hold me over until I make a real breakfast at some point this morning.
Give you the energy that you need to be active and fulfill your life's destiny, but today we're taking a calm, stretchy, soothing.
Okay, so I took a shower, got ready, did yoga. I did a great yoga practice this morning. It was like everything my body needed, and that just made me so happy. I'll leave a link to that above. It's Yoga with Adrienne. I usually do her yoga every morning and I change it up every day. I like to do usually between 5 and 20 minutes. Once I get to like a half an hour, I feel like it's too much for me. I keep checking the time to see how much longer I have to go, especially in the morning, because I just feel like so hurried in the morning. There's so many other things that are on my mind and that I need to get done. So if I can keep it 20 minutes or less, that's usually the perfect number for me. So that felt good, got me more awake and ready to tackle the day. And there's really not that much to tackle here at the lake, which is why I love coming here, because when I am at home, there's just so many things weighing on me at all times. There's so many projects and so much cleanup, and it's just the kids and the dogs and just the house itself in general requires so much of my time and energy. So getting to come here every once in a while to our lake house just breaks it up and gives me a little bit of a lull through all of this and constantly being at home and just trying to keep my head above water. So I'm really happy to be here today. And I am going to make a real breakfast now because I am getting really hungry. Madison's up and ready to go, so I need to feed her something. And let's get this day started. Good morning, Madison.
Good morning.
Madison picked for her breakfast Cinnamon Toast Crunch Bites, which really aren't the healthiest thing, so she's having some strawberries with it. So there's a little bit of nutrition there. And I think I'm gonna go make myself some eggs. Are you good? What are you up to today?
TikToks.
TikToks? Just gonna make a whole bunch of TikTok videos? This is what Madison does all day long. She doesn't even ever stop moving. Even in her sleep sometimes, she wakes up and does TikTok videos, right? You're crazy. Okay, Madison wants me to show you one of the TikToks that she made this morning.
It says, me waiting for Trump to say Corona isn't a thing, April Fools. Him not saying it.
Yeah, wouldn't it be nice if it was all a big April Fool's joke?
Yeah.
That would have been wonderful, but it's no joke. This is what we're living right now. For breakfast, I made French toast sticks and scrambled eggs, and I'm gonna have another cup of coffee, and that's what we're having. Of course, I come to sit outside and have my coffee because it's actually getting pretty nice out, and I hear some kind of equipment going on somewhere over on the other side of the lake. So hopefully it's not too loud or disruptive, but between that and the birds chirping, it's like all of this background noise. I hope it's not going to annoy you guys. But yesterday, I filmed this whole conversation with you guys and I talked about all this stuff, and then when I went to edit my video yesterday, it wasn't there. So I might have done one of those things that I've done before where I record myself and then I realized I never hit the record button. So that's totally what happened. I'm back in the house. That noise was way too annoying, and let me make sure our record is on. Okay. So yesterday, the whole big conversation that I had with you guys that I actually wasn't recording was about the last social gathering that I was at. And I wonder if you guys remember the last time that you were out in a social situation and unknowing that this was going to escalate to what it has. And for me, and you guys were there for it, because I started this the first day that like things kind of started getting to a head, was my #1 quarantine coronavirus vlog, was the day after my brother's wedding, which was Friday the 13th, March 13th. We had my brother's wedding and it was such an amazing night, and people were a little bit hesitant getting close to each other. Some people were, some people weren't. Lots of people came up and gave me a big hug and a kiss, and you know, family that I haven't seen in a while and stuff like that. And then some other people were just like, hey, you know, don't get too close to me. So it was on our minds, but it wasn't what it is now. Obviously at that point in time, events were still going on, and we were just being told to kind of be in smaller groups. So the following day, I met my brother and sister and my new sister-in-law for lunch, and we were like nervous at that point. At that point, they had canceled all cruises, and also on that day, I had a huge group cruise going out on Royal Caribbean, and I mentioned this before, I worked so hard on this cruise, and so many hours were put into it, and it was canceled. And here's your background entertainment that I always have in my videos. So the cruise was canceled, and that made me think, like, this is for real. This is no joke. They're canceling cruises. So like, at what point, #1, what was your last social gathering? What were you doing? And then at what point did you actually become scared and think to yourself, like, this is the real deal? When? Please tell. So
our last social gathering was at Grandma's house.
At Grandma's house, yeah. So officially our last time being around anyone besides our family of 5 was, I'm telling you guys about the weekend and my brother's wedding. We met for lunch the next day, and then the following day our family of 5 went to Applebee's. And then like every day got a little bit more serious. At that point, the school had called us and they had already said that school was going to be out for 2 weeks. And I was like, oh my gosh, 2 weeks? That's crazy. I can't believe they're not going to be in school for 2 weeks.
Well, more than 2 weeks.
Well, we didn't know that at the time. We thought how crazy 2 weeks was. And then that Tuesday, I believe, was St. Patrick's Day, and I got together with my mom and my brother and my new sister-in-law. They live across the street from me. So we all got together and had St. Patrick's dinner, and that was it. After that, it was like Disney World closed. Like, you know things are bad when Disney World closed, and that was really one of the hardest things for me to come to terms with, not only because I'm a travel agent for Disney World, but just because, like, it's Disney World. Things are getting real now when Disney World is closed and Universal closed, and I was just like, wow, what is happening? So that is basically the last social gathering that I had, and when it became real and scary and serious for me. So you guys will have to let me know in the comments below how that was for you, how that whole time played out, because I think to myself, oh, today is April 5th, I think. Is it the 5th? Yeah. So today is April 5th when I'm filming this. A month ago, I had no idea about any of this. Like, you heard about coronavirus in the news a little bit and you're like, oh wow, that's crazy. This crazy thing's going on out there somewhere and some people are getting it. But I never, ever, ever in a million years imagined that it would come to what it has come to today. So yeah, that's what I talked about yesterday and didn't actually record, so hopefully you guys are hearing it now. And I'm just really curious. Please let me know in the comments how this all played out for you in your life and what your last big social gathering was. And I also need to add to this quickly, after my brother's wedding, that 14-day countdown afterwards, because they say the virus can show itself up to 14 days after you're exposed to it. I was with nearly 200 people at this event, so I cannot tell you how scared I was during that 14-day period and how happy I was once it was up to realize that I did not contract coronavirus from the wedding, because I was just terrified and I didn't know. We were just so naive to it. And even now, every time I come into contact with anyone or anything, I do this 14-day mental countdown in my head. It's like, oh, I had to get gas, and the gas attendant in New Jersey, we don't pump our own gas. You have to pull up and somebody takes your credit card and they do it for you and they give you back your credit card, so they're right at your window. So it's like, all right, I got gas on this day and I talked to this person, so I have to wait 14 days now to make sure that I didn't get it and I'm safe. This is the world we live in. Is that crazy? Or maybe it's just me, because I'm just so overly paranoid about stuff like that. Okay, I hope that you guys enjoyed my little rants. Also, I think it's time that I soak off my gels. Don't think I'm going to be getting a manicure anytime soon, which is why my nails look so atrocious. It's embarrassing, but yeah, the nails and the hair are not doing very well right now. So I just had to put on a little bit of makeup. I've been really scaling back on the makeup lately, but I'm just doing, the past couple of days, I'm just doing a little bit of liner and mascara. Today I added lipstick, and then just now I added a little bit of shadow, but I haven't done concealer or foundation or blush in a little while now, and it actually feels good. But I had a brainstorm of filming an Easter video, and I want to get it up as soon as possible, so this video might be delayed a couple of days. Hopefully that's okay with you guys, because Easter is right around the corner, and I had some ideas of 10 different inspirational things to do to still celebrate Easter, and I'll leave a link to that above, because I am gonna put that out there first because I want to get it out earlier in the week, but you guys should check it out. And it's just all about just still keeping Easter special in our hearts and in our lives, and still celebrating on some level this year, even though we're quarantined and it's going to be way different than it's ever been before. But I think it's still important to recognize it, to celebrate it, to let yourself and your family be joyful about it. Like we have it, we have Easter, we have a joyful event ahead of us. And with all of the sadness right now, I think that we should embrace that joyful event, right? Okay, so I changed my shirt for it too, but I'm gonna go ahead and put my comfy clothes back on now. So typically I see my aunt and my sister and my mother-in-law on Easter, and I give them flowers every year. And this year we're not going to be seeing them. I'm not going to, well, I might see my mom. I might be able to like yell to her from the road and say, hey, happy Easter. But for those people who live a distance away and who I'm not going to see for Easter this year, I just spent like the last 45 minutes ordering flowers to have delivered to their homes. And the challenge is now, I was talking to a florist actually from my town that I know, and she was saying that a lot of the state borders are shutting down, and she's really having a difficult time getting flowers to her shop to get out for Easter deliveries. So I'm not even sure if any of these orders are going to successfully process and be delivered, but I'm hopeful that I'll be able to get some flowers out to some people, because it's just something to brighten their Easter. So we'll see how that all works out. I'll let you guys know in a later vlog if everyone got their Easter flowers. So yeah, all of these things like that you don't even think of. I didn't think a flower delivery was going to be that difficult, and they are taking precautions. They're doing the whole drop and run thing, so that's great. But they might not be able to get flowers from other states and other locations where they normally get their flower deliveries from. So we'll see how that goes. Just one more of the coronavirus I can't even talk. Just one more of the coronavirus challenges. We just finished lunch. We just had black bean burgers and mac and cheese, and now I think we're gonna finally go for a walk. The sun is coming out a little bit and it's warming up a little, so I just really need to get out and get some fresh air today. Oh yeah, walk, yeah. The only way I was able to get Madison and Emily to take a walk with me was to do a TikTok video that is a big production and includes rock paintings. This is gonna be like an all day event, I think. That looks nice. So we took our walk and now we're painting rocks. What else do we have to do for this TikTok?
Count dots.
Count dots, switch socks. Yeah, it's gonna be really exciting, guys. There's my rock. Same picture all the time. I usually do a palm tree at the beach. And here's Madison's rock. So beautiful. And Emily's still working hard on hers. It's not complete yet. Looks really pretty though. Thank you. Good job, Em. Once we're done making our TikTok video, we're gonna have some brownies. So I just took everything out and I'm preheating the oven and we're gonna get to baking. The girls are taking a walk down to the dock and they're like taking pictures and just hanging out, which is really nice. Glad they're spending some quality time together. I had my first official breakdown this afternoon. I don't even know where it came from. It was just the weirdest thing because I recorded my Easter video and I was so excited about it and my spirits were lifted. They really were. Like, I was in a good mood, and then I don't know what set me off, but all of a sudden the tears just came and I couldn't get it to stop, and it was so frustrating. I did not want to give into it, and I think that's the problem. I've been not letting myself give into it all of this time, and once I started crying, I couldn't stop. And I felt really bad because I think it scared Madison a little bit, and she came in the kitchen and hugged me and she's like, "Are you okay?" And she kept hugging me, and I don't want to show that to my kids, but at the same time, I don't want them to be scared because I'm terrified, and I don't want them to feel that. But it's hard. It's hard to hide those feelings, and they need to know that it's okay to cry sometimes. Sometimes the world isn't perfect, and sometimes even moms and dads get scared, and that it just took me by surprise. I guess I just wasn't prepared to have that breakdown today. So it felt good to take a walk and to get fresh air and to do this TikTok video that we were working on all day. It was just something to keep me distracted from all of the other things that have been weighing heavy on my mind and yours and everyone in the world right now. So I don't know how much more I'm gonna film today because I'm watching the girls on the dock, and I don't know what Madison's like hanging off the side. She's making me nervous. I don't know what she's doing. Oh gosh. They're doing like a photo shoot now and she's posing, and I just hope she doesn't fall in the lake. So anyway, I don't want to bring you guys down in my daily vlogs. So when I'm feeling like that, I'm probably gonna disconnect a little bit from the camera. I'm making brownies now, so I think that will help me feel a lot better. I'll probably have a glass of wine later on tonight. I'm feeling like it might be one of those kind of days where I need something to help me calm down and relax, and maybe I'll get a good night's sleep tonight, because last night I was like tossing and turning all night, which is probably also why I'm overly emotional, because I'm not well rested. And last night, me and Emily were watching Blind Love. Did you guys ever watch Blind Love? If you haven't, it's basically all of these couples, they date each other, but they date from a pod, so they don't see each other until someone proposes. The guy or the girl, they could propose to each other however they see fit, and they kind of shift around the couple, so they're meeting with different people all the time, and then when they find the one, they propose, and then they see each other for the first time, and then they have a wedding. And at the altar, you have a decision, you're like your final decision. You can say I do, or you could say never mind and walk away. So we were watching that, It was really interesting. It kept us entertained. And then we were planning Emily's wedding because she has a Pinterest board. She doesn't even have a boyfriend. She's not even in college yet, but she was like picking out her wedding gown and the venue and the bridesmaids dresses, like whatever it takes right now, right? If that's a good diversion for her missing her senior year and possibly her graduation and the musical and all the things she's missing, let her plan her wedding, what the heck. So anyway, I'm just rambling. All right, I'm gonna go check on the brownies. Yay for brownies. Brownies are gonna save the day. Our house smells so amazing right now. I wish you guys could smell it. Excited for the brownies, not for all the dishes. A warm brownie, a good book, and a glass of milk is exactly what I need right now. And yes, I am eating with a spoon because there are no clean forks. Hopefully you guys made it to the end of the video. I know I went off on a lot of rants today. A lot of stuff is just going on in my head and I am just sharing it with you as it comes. So that's just the way it is when I'm vlogging this part of my life right now. But I hope that you guys enjoyed coming along anyway. We did find some entertaining things to do and it was nice getting outside. At least it's not raining, and I think, fingers crossed, tomorrow is supposed to actually be a sunny day. So hopefully we'll have some warmth and some sun, soak in the vitamin D. That should definitely help me to feel better. I hope that you guys are all feeling okay. I feel like everything is just coming to a head now. The reality of what's happening is setting in. Kind of in denial for a while, and I can't deny it anymore. Like this stuff is really happening. So I just need some time to, I guess, process that. Anyway, thank you so much for coming along. I genuinely appreciate every one of you. I appreciate your comments, your emails, your letters, just your constant love and support and kindness. It's everything right now. It really is. So thank you for that. And I will see you guys hopefully tomorrow morning. Probably not tomorrow morning because this video is going to be on a little bit of a delay because I am finding some inspirational, fun, lighthearted things to share with you guys in addition to my daily vlogs. I hope that you're enjoying those as well. I did such a fun tag video on Monday. I was psyched to do this video and it kept me occupied for a full day just focusing on all the fun and love and memories of Disney that I have. So that was awesome. And my Easter video today definitely helped me to feel a lot better. So I hope that in doing these things that are making me happy, it's making you happy on your end too. I will see you guys next time. Stay well, stay safe, and yeah, that's it. Bye.